Hello friends, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. Welcome to my channel Live Biochemistry. Today I am going to discuss about the very important topic, that is the copper mineral. Okay, so it is very important to you in the medicine, even in the ophthalmology, general practice, and as well as biochemistry. It is frequently asked question in the MCQ as well as in the short question. Okay, and in this lecture we will discuss about the copper daily requirement, copper sources, different function of copper. Like it is very important for the enzyme function, like tyrosinase enzyme in the melanin formation, or celluloplasmin in the iron metabolism. Okay, or it is very important for the ALA synthase enzyme or cytochrome oxidase or lysyl oxidase. So all these enzymes require the copper. So it is very important. And we will also see the disease related to the copper. That is very important is Wilson disease. As you can see in my background, the Wilson disease is because of the copper deposition in the liver or in the brain and in the eye. Right. So it is very important. And also there is a important disease called Menke kinky hair syndrome. Okay, so both we will discuss in detail. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. So now I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, and copper can be asked in your exam also in biochemistry, and it is very helpful in the medicine. So total body copper is around 100 milligram. It is present in the muscle, liver, bone marrow, brain, and kidney and hair. Okay, now what are the copper containing enzymes? So one is ceruloplasmin. Okay, ceruloplasmin is a copper containing protein. It has a peroxidase activity. It has a peroxidase activity. What do you mean by peroxidase? It will convert ferrous form Fe plus 2 to the ferric form. As we know, Fe plus 2 is a very toxic. It can generate the free radical in the Fenton reaction. So our body will convert Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. So whatever during intestinal cell to the blood, okay, this is cell, intestinal cell, and this is blood. So via the ferroportin, Fe plus 2 will come out, okay, in the blood, and in the blood it is immediately converted to the ferric form because it can generate the free radical. Now this ferric form, it is incorporated into the apotransferrin, and itself it is converted to transferrin. And as we know, transferrin is the transport form of iron, and it will transport the iron across the body whenever the iron is required. Okay, so this ceruloplasmin is a copper containing protein, so it is a very important role in the iron metabolism. Then the cytochrome oxidase, as we know, in the electron transport chain in the cellular respiration, it is complex 4. So copper is present in it, right? This tyrosinase, this enzyme, it is a copper containing enzyme, and it is very important for the melanin formation. As we know, tyrosine is converted to dopa, and dopa is converted to dopaquinone, and both this step require the tyrosinase enzyme, right? Then this lysyl oxidase also requires the copper. So as we know, lysyl oxidase is very important in the cross-linking of the collagen formation. So if copper deficiency, it may lead to the cardiovascular manifestation. Then in the ALA synthase also copper is required. So heme synthesis is very important. Then superoxide dismutase is very important enzyme. Okay, and it is very important against the free radicals. So that's why copper is role. Also in the present in the monoamine oxidase and phenol oxidase. Now daily requirement of the copper is around 1.5 to 3 milligram. It is present in the cereal, meat, liver, nuts, and green leafy vegetables. Remember, milk is a poor in the copper content, and only 10% of the dietary copper is absorbed. It is excreted through the bile, and urinary excretion is very little in normal circumstances. So as we know, ceruloplasmin is a copper containing protein, around 25 to 50 milligram per deciliter. Blue color glycoprotein, it also called as the serum peroxidase, that will convert Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3, and it is incorporated into the transferrin. 10% of the copper in the plasma is loosely bound to the albumin, which constitutes the transport form of the copper. Now functions, as we already know, it is the iron absorption and incorporation of iron, right, in the tyrosinase activity, in the formation of melanin, right, in the cofactor for the vitamin C requiring hydroxylation reaction like dopamine hydroxylase or peptide glycine hydroxylase. It will increase the HDL to protect the heart. Okay. Then as we know, Fe plus 2 is converted to Fe plus 3, that is by the ceruloplasmin. Okay. Now this is the Fenton reaction. As we know, H2O2 react with the oxygen and it will generate the free radical by the iron. So iron is dangerous. So iron is converted to Fe plus 2. Ferrous form is converted to Fe plus 3 with the help of ceruloplasmin. So that's why this copper is very important. Now, there are two important diseases that are related to the copper metabolism. One is Menkes-Kinckey hair syndrome and another is Wilson disease. Here, this Menkes syndrome, it is genetic defect due to the 7A, ATP7A gene. While in Wilson disease, ATP7B gene is defective, right? And this gene in Menkes syndrome, it is present in the X chromosome, while Wilson disease gene is present in the 13 chromosome, right? Okay. Here, what is the defect in Menkes syndrome? There is a defective intestinal absorption of the copper, right? While in case of Wilson disease, there is a defect in excretion of the copper, okay, into the bile, so that copper will accumulate it into the bile, into the liver, and it is not excreted into the bile. So excessive accumulation of copper in liver will damage the liver. It will lead to the cirrhosis of the liver, and ultimately, as the damage occur, the copper will excreted later on, and this excreted copper will deposit in the various tissue, like it is deposited into the brain, and it will lead to the tremor and dementia and neurological symptom. Already liver damage, so hepatitis will occur, and deposition of copper in the cornea, in the descemet membrane, will lead to a Kayser-Fisher ring, that is called as the KF ring. So we will see in detail now. So in Menkes-Kinckey hair syndrome, we will see the cause, inheritance, features, lab finding, and treatment. So in Menkes hair syndrome cause, as we have already said, there is a defective absorption of copper from the intestine. The defect in transport of copper from intestinal mucosa to the blood. So there is a defect in transport, okay, from mucosa, intestinal cell to the blood. So intestinal absorption is defective because of the ATP binding protein is defective. Here mainly it is the ATP7A. Okay, this protein ATP7A. This protein is synthesized from the X chromosome. That is okay, and that's why males are more affected. So it is a sex-linked recessive disorder. Okay, and males are more affected. There will be growth failure, mental retardation, and abdominal hair, kinky hair. Why this hair symptom? As we know, copper is required for the formation of melanin. As melanin is not there, then it will lead to the kinky silk syndrome. Okay, as well as collagen is also not there, right? And fatal death occurs in early life. That is Menkes syndrome. There will be low serum copper and low serum ceruloplasmin. Okay, there is no effective treatment for this condition, right? Now we are coming to the very important disease, Wilson disease, very important in medicine, pediatrics, and ophthalmology and general practice, as well as in the biochemistry. Okay, so we will see cause, inheritance, features, lab finding, and treatment. So what are the causes? As we know, defect in transport of copper and secretion of ceruloplasmin from liver. So from liver, copper is excreted in the bile. Okay, but this is defective because of the ATP7B gene is defective, which is present in chromosome 13. Okay, so in liver copper will accumulate. Ultimately, it will damage the copper. It will damage the liver, and ultimately cirrhosis of liver occur. And then this copper will be excreted, and it is deposited in the various tissue like brain. All right. Or it can be deposited in the cornea, that is Kayser-Fisher ring, that we will see. So ATP7B gene is defective. Autosomal recessive disorder, and we will see the features. So what are the different features? As you can already see in my background, this is a photo. It will lead to the cirrhosis of liver, tremor and dementia because of a neuropsychiatric symptom, because of accumulation of copper in the brain. Kayser-Fisher ring, typical golden ring, okay, around the eye. You can see here, this is a typical golden color ring. It is a Kayser-Fisher ring. Kayser-Fisher ring. It is called as a KF ring. That is the typical of Wilson disease. If you see the patient of golden ring in the around the cornea, you will investigate for the Wilson disease, right? And amino aciduria and glycosidia also because of the kidney damage, right? So what are the features? There is a decreased copper level, decreased serum ceruloplasmin level, because ceruloplasmin ultimately copper is not there absorbed. So, okay, and urinary excretion of copper is increased because copper ultimately damage leaking occur, and it will be excreted in the urine. And marked accumulation of copper in the liver. So if you investigation, you may do the later on, liver biopsy will be helpful. Okay, so we should give the diet low in the copper and administration of copper chelator like penicillamine. Okay, very important. So this drug we can give to the patient of Wilson disease. In medicine, you will see many patients of the Wilson disease, right? So this is all about the copper. So if I summarize copper in short, so it is very important for the tyrosinase enzyme, which is required for the melanin. It is very important for the lysyl oxidase enzyme. So for the collagen cross-linking, it is very important, and it will deficiency lead to the cardiovascular manifestation, right? Then it is very important for the cytochrome oxidase. Okay, so for the electron transport chain, it is very important. It is very important also for the, we have seen in the ceruloplasmin, right? For the ceruloplasmin, copper containing protein for the iron metabolism, right? So all are the cytochrome C, okay, monoamine oxidase, all enzymes require the copper. So this is a very important function. And deficiency will lead to the Menkes-Kinckey hair syndrome because of the ATP7A gene defective, which is important for the intestinal absorption of the copper. So from intestinal cell to blood, copper is not absorbed. It will be accumulated of copper inside the cell. So blood and ceruloplasmin level of copper, ceruloplasmin level is low and copper level is also. And Kinckey syndrome will be there. Males are affected because this gene is present in the X chromosome. Then very important other finding is Wilson disease. Wilson disease, where there is ATP7B gene is defective, autosomal recessive disorder, defective excretion of the copper into the bile. So accumulation of copper inside the liver, ultimately liver is damaged and it will leak out. And leak out, it will be present in the brain and cornea. It will lead to the KF ring, Kessler-Fisher ring, and tremor and dementia will be the symptoms. And liver deposition, damage to the liver. Okay, lab finding low serum copper level, low ceruloplasmin level, but urinary copper excretion will be increased and liver biopsy can be done. We can give the drug as a penicillamine. Okay, so this is all about the and gene for the Wilson disease 7B in the 13 chromosomes. This is all about the copper metabolism. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification for my future video also. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching this video.